What's your hair, Hannah?
Oh gosh.
There you go.
Glad I had
Okay,
upgraded to
you're good,
so
Hannah,
I'm
now.
on fire and I didn't even think about that when I did it.
This one's like wobbling. They're sending down rescue or supplies.
Kana, welcome back to Tribal Council. I know you guys don't want to be here. Hannah, I'll start with you. Hannah, do you think your missing clothes are impacting your game?
I do think it's impacting my game because I was freezing last night and couldn't sleep.
Okay. On a serious note, Hannah, how is the morale of this tribe currently? You guys have lost another challenge. You're back here at Tribal. What is the morale of the non-Kana tribe?
I would say our morale is depressed, panicked, lack of trust. I think we started out as such a strong group, and I think so many of us in a few outer layers were willing to work deep into the merge together, and now we're forced to cannibalize ourselves, and so it's a disaster.
Kiri, as an outsider, last time some of you said you weren't really worried about challenge performance when it came to the vote, but considering you guys are on a bit of a losing streak, is it fair to at least consider challenge performance when going to vote?
I guess a little bit, yeah. I mean, we all have different strengths and stuff, and it's hard to judge things based on like abilities when you never know what the next tribal is. Like we all have different skills, and if I vote someone out because they're slow, and the next thing's not a running challenge or whatever. Like our slow person could be the mastermind at puzzles, so I vote someone out for being slow, and the next thing's a puzzle, and then we just screwed ourselves that way. So it's always like a balancing act of knowing where to go with that.
German, it's tricky because on one hand, this is how you keep yourself out of here, winning challenges, but the other hand, maybe someone's good at challenges, but you don't have the most trust with them.
True, that's true. It's kind of like what you were saying. It's you gotta, you know, think about the different factors. You gotta think about your trust, your bonds. You gotta think about who can help you in the challenges, who can help you in the votes. So we're taking that all into factor.
Sandra, once again, the previous tribal council, the original non-Kana had the numbers, and yet one of them left. So, am I very much fair to say that maybe original tribal lines are not playing a role right now?
They're definitely not playing a role. Like, not even close. And I think it was Hannah, I can't remember, just said there's a lot of panic at camp and trust issues now. Everyone is lying, like, and telling stories, and not just to like the outsiders, but also each other. So it's like, I mean, even if you're aligned with someone, how do you trust them? It's hard to pick a side because everyone's lying to each other. It doesn't matter if you're aligned with them or not. So it's making it very difficult to navigate.
Jordan, last tribal council, the vote was not unanimous, and in fact, you even got a vote. So, how was it for y'all leaving the tribal council after everything was on paper all over the place?
I think, well, especially me and Sandra, we were just both shocked. We had a lot of questions, just a little confused about why the vote went that way. But I mean, a good play on their part. That was a big move, something to add on their resume, and I applaud them for it. You know, it's nice to see a blindside, but it sucks to be, one of the people that was also blindsided.
Charlie, when you have a vote like that, where it's not on the same page, does that impact the unity of the tribe?
It absolutely impacts the unity of the tribe. It's like people were left out. People feel hurt. People feel like angry, and as they should, because this is a game of heightened emotions. So, absolutely.
German, you were someone who got multiple votes. In fact, you played your advantage. So, what was it like for you in having to play an advantage and going back knowing some of these people wrote your name down?
It was a shock to me because I was told that my name wasn't out there or I wasn't gonna get votes, and the people that voted me told me they weren't gonna vote me. So I'm gonna definitely take that into factor on this vote and see who I can trust and who I can't.
Sandra, a second ago, Jordan said that she felt like you and her were surprised by the outcome of the vote. So, considering you were surprised at you were surprised at the last vote, do you feel like you have a better read of what's going to happen this time, or do you think you could be on the outs?
Oh, I'm definitely on the outs. I mean, there's no other way around it. Jordan and I tried to talk to different people and try and, explain, strategize and think about merge and who's over on the other side and who you can trust and who you can work with and who might come back. And I feel like when you're down to such a small tribe and, the numbers are so close, I mean, yeah, people are going to want to make moves, and like Jordan said, that was a great move. I mean, you can't be mad at that. Well, you can be mad at that, but you have to applaud it. But then you got to move on. I mean, everyone has their reasons. There was a reason we were told for that blind side, and there was a reason we voted the way we did, and but hopefully everyone can move on from that and just put that in the past.
Kira, you're one of the people who just got to go to the outpost, if I'm correct on that, yes? Okay, so what did you feel comfortable sharing with your tribe about the most recent outpost visit?
I told them everything because it was the most disappointing outpost ever. I've been waiting, hoping I could go, and then there was just one item there that we couldn't afford. So it wasn't really. I mean, like I did tell them that they thought that it felt like an immunity idol. So maybe they have one on their side. Maybe that's a decoy, but there wasn't really much to hide. We came back with all the coins and gave it to them, and we just couldn't afford it. We haven't won any challenges in a while, and they had way more coins than we did.
Okay. Charlie, right now, what do you make of the current Okina tribe? Because they're on a bit of a roll. You've been on a tribe with some of them you haven't. What do you make of that
They
tribe?
low-key annoy me. Like, I don't want to deal with them. Like, I don't appreciate what's happening with the Okina tribe and, like, the stuff they're doing, but oh well.
May I ask, what about them annoys you?
The winning. I don't like it. I don't like that. They need to stop winning. And if you do another challenge after this, I'm gonna be so pissed. If I'm even here for that, so, like...
Hannah,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of talk, I'm sure, about when's the merge? When do we get to the individual portion of the game? So, right now, how much of a factor does that play into the vote of who you want there and who you don't want in the merge with you?
Yeah, I think it's a huge factor because I think at this point, since we're dwindling so much, we're almost banking on the merge instead of thinking about tribals or immunity challenges at all, which may be a huge mistake, but I think we're just focusing on like what will help ourselves and our groups at the merge.
Jordan, you've done a little bit of whispering at this tribal council. Is this coming from a place of paranoia? You don't feel at ease? Perhaps you're just thinking of things you want to say? Where's that coming from?
Just some last minute conversations that I needed to have. There was some last minute information that came out, and I just wanted to make sure that they heard from me before we vote.
Okay, well, some people have said they feel like they're on the outs. There's been a lot of whispering. Nonetheless, it's time to vote. I will ask if anybody has anything else they'd like to say. Get off their chest, whisper to anybody. This could be your last chance you have to do so.
Yeah, I want to just say to Hannah, Charlie, Kiri, stick to the plan. We already said what we're going to do. Still do it, and we're going to be fine. We're going to make it to the next round. So we already talked about what we're going to do. Let's just do it.
I just want to say I love you guys. I mean, it's not goodbye. I love you guys regardless of what happens. All of you.
It's a game. Of
It's
course.
a game.
We all yeah.
Yeah.
I love you guys too. Except for Jeremy. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I love you too. I love you.
She voted me.
But if there's a plan and there's a crack, then is that even the right plan?
If we stick to the plan, I guarantee the four of us will make it to the next round.
All right. Glad I asked that. Clearly there was more to be said.
Sorry.
don't know, but yes.
All right, we're gonna shut it down now. So that talking portion is done. So for this time around, we're gonna start with Jordan.
I started last time.
Well, you were in a different position then. Sandra. German. Hannah. Charlie. Spec. Kiri.
Right, I'll go tally the votes. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. And I'll ask if anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and you would like to play it. Now would be the time to do so. All right. So Sandra has played a shot in the dark. Let's find out. Sandra, you are safe. If there are any votes cast for Sandra, they will not count.
That one is calling me.
Congrats.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I'll read the votes. First vote. Sandra does not count. Sandra does not count. Charlie. Jordan. One vote Charlie, one vote Jordan, one vote left. The ninth person voted out of surviving Reelfoot, the decennium, Jordan.
Congratulations. When I opened the box, it was like, that one literally like.
Good job, Jordan.
Yes.
Love you, Jordan.
Jordan. Good job spoken, but you will have a chance to get back in this game. Go head out.
Hope you come back.
So, first reactions?
I was so happy because, I'm sorry. My first reactions, I knew Sandra was going to play her shot in the dark. And I had a feeling that they were going to vote for her. So I told her to play it. There's a possibility that I could have been the backup vote. And I was willing to take that risk. But if she played her shot in the dark and it went through correctly, I would have been the sole vote. And I voted for Charlie. There were 2 votes on Sandra and 2 on me. Obviously, Sandra was immune, and therefore me being voted out. I knew they were coming after us. It's not a shocker. A little upset that I didn't make the merge. That was like one of my goals. But in all, I'm happy with the game that I played. I hope that Sandra, you win this game, or Jeff and Shauna, if you make it back in with the battle. What is it? Battle back? I'll hope you guys kill it.
So, are you interested in the battle back?
No.
Why not?
I'm drained. I'm mentally and physically drained. I don't think that with the people that they have over there, I don't even think that I could win the competition. I mean, I can try, but because as of now, it's a no. And it sounds like I'm quitting, and I don't want it to be like that, but I've been drained since day one. And I've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and there have been times where I've almost fainted because I was lightheaded. So I don't think it's smart for me to continue going.
So, what would you say overall you've gained from this experience?
I mean, I've always wanted to play Surviving Reelfoot. I wanted to test myself, test my body, and to come out here and
meet new people, play all these kinds of competitions, and do things that I've never thought I could. I feel like I've gained more self confidence in myself because there are a lot of things that I was really hesitant to do. And I feel like I've played one of the best games that I've ever played, even though I didn't make it as far in this game as I did others. I feel like I can really be proud of the game that I played.
Any final thoughts? All right, thank you.